Friday morning before vacation. Feels great. I just scarfed down a breakfast sandwich. Vacation mode activated. Just left work. Got the next week off. It's Monday of vacation. Haven't really done much. I streamed once this weekend. Other than that, I've been working on like some graphics and stuff. We have someone coming over to talk to us about solar, and I'm not like gonna buy today, but the thing is, you see this over here? That works backwards as of now with a self-installed solar system. That's all about all I could say with that. And my electric company, National Grid as I like to call them, we're paying 37 cents a kilowatt hour up here in the Northeast. So I've been wanting to get solar for a while. You can kind of tell that I kind of like solar power, and I know this looks not the best, but solar itself doesn't look the best in my opinion. You know, I've been monitoring what I did install, and I got a couple things to fix around the house, but they're coming in less than an hour. I like the idea of solar. It has saved us money, and I know that because, again, I've tracked our energy usage since the beginning of having this house. I want to say it's had a little over 1,000 something kilowatt hours produced since March of last year. I started actually monitoring the energy usage with these energy meters since May, I think it was. But it's been good overall. So now it's time to think about solar. And I know it's a big investment, but our electric bill is not as high as others. There are people saying, oh, there's like, my bill's like $700 because we had a really rough winter. We still have snow everywhere, by the way. It's melting now. I can't even imagine a $700 electric bill. So I don't know what those people are using unless they're using electric heat, which is kind of what I would want to do because I want to max out the solar if possible and do that. But we'll see. They're obviously just going to try to sell me a system, and that isn't going to happen today. I'm going to be comparing many solar companies and going from there. But it's definitely, even that, there's been a lot of bankruptcies in the solar industry and this and that. And you can have your own thoughts on solar, but I think it's the way to go. See us getting it in the future. Paying 37 cents a kilowatt hour, and that's only going to go up. In Massachusetts, our governor gave us a credit for energy, and National Grid, as I like to call them, they're part of that credit, and they're trying to make it look like, oh, we gave you like, you know, a credit, so be thankful. But what they announced in the online, if you read it, is that what they're doing is they're going to give you part of the discount from National Grid, but the National Grid's going to basically make you pay that back over a series of months. And that's not, I mean, we can afford that, but imagine the people that can't, you know what I'm saying? And like, they're like, oh, we got an energy credit. And then if you read the fine print, National Grid's like, oh, but we're going to take it back over a series of months starting on like your April or May bill. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So yeah, this is my current solar system, and if you notice, it's going backwards. It's making about almost 1,200 watts right now. I got both my computers on upstairs. My son does too, but see it now, it's using. So it goes back and forth. When they replace this meter with a smart meter, it isn't gonna register as backwards anymore. As we met with that gentleman, obviously his thing is sales. So, if you want to know, they quoted me $44,000 for the system. They also pitched this whole new thing. There's really no credits as much anymore, and I knew that was going to happen. I'm not a big fan of that, but I knew that was going to happen. They have this thing called a PPA. Basically, what you do is you lock in a rate. We're paying 37 cents a kilowatt hour, like I said. So the rate for the first year or so would be 20 cents a kilowatt hour. And what they do is they put the solar panels on there like you would have on there, but you're paying them and they own the solar panels basically. And I'm not a big fan of that. I'd rather, in my opinion, at this point, I'd rather finance the actual purchase of the panels to make my own electricity. Usually there'd be a lien on the solar panels that you buy, so you can't really sell your house till you pay them off. And that's one other thing you have to understand if you're going to do the whole purchasing thing. The PPA thing, which is a newer thing in solar, he said that You could transfer over to the new owners, and of course he's going to tell you all this stuff that, you know, makes it look good. But pretty much it's kind of like they would have to take on the contract, I would believe, and the contract's for 25 years. Now, I don't plan on moving out of my house anytime soon, hence why we're looking into this. But you can see that solar is quite the investment up front. But what you have to understand is over time, if you own the panels, you'll pay that back in 5 to 7 years. And then it's basically free electricity from that point on. You obviously have to be careful about your company too, because if it's like a fly-by-night thing where they go bankrupt, you own the system maybe, because they're not going to collect money, but you are in charge of maintaining that stuff. And I have like a 40-degree slope on my roof, so I don't feel like getting up on that roof. I don't mind heights, but I do mind heavy slopes like that. So again, first company, gonna check out a bunch and we'll see what we're gonna do. But solar power is definitely something I would like in my future. The sick thing is you still have to pay the electric company for the maintaining of the lines and stuff. That's how they get you. You pay more for that than you do for the actual electricity. Explain that one to me. But and we get hit with all these charges. There's like an electronic vehicle tax according to how much you use here. I don't even own an electric vehicle. There's a energy saving tax. So when you go to Home Depot and they're like, this special on LED light bulbs brought to you by National Grid. No, you actually already paid for that because you've been paying for it monthly in your bill and stuff. So I'm not like an idiot with this stuff. A lot of people have no clue about it. So it's important that you understand what you're paying for, you know? And I've monitored our usage since we bought the house. So I kind of also have an idea of what's what, on how many kilowatt hours, how that's grown, how they have increased the rates year after year. Probably going to be over 40 cents a kilowatt hour within the next year or two. So it's it sounds like a lot, but when you pay over time, you pay a lot more, you know? And if there's a way of doing it, then by all means, I think it's worth trying to do it. It would have been better to get the credits and stuff, but I wasn't ready then. You know, I money-wise, finance-wise, thinking about it, which wasn't ready at that point. And that's why I did my own little solar system just to test things out. So, but anyways, that's what happened with solar. Well, as you can see, vacation has crappy weather. And I'm going over to pick up my dad from his companions to go over his house to help him fix some things at his house. Shouldn't take that long, but really haven't done anything fun. But we are thinking about Dave & Buster's tomorrow. I've streamed online with like simming, and I've worked on various things, but I got to get more videos up and all that stuff. So here's hoping that we get through Dave & Buster's. I'm not going to be your typical vlogger. I can't just go destinations every day just for the sake of doing a video and a review. So I appreciate you understanding that, and understanding that I will post content when I deem that we have some good stuff. You get what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna like post for the sake of posting. I have some products to review for their DIY channel still, so I have to get into that. But we'll figure it out. Right now I'm gonna worry about my dad. So it's raining. The snow still isn't totally gone, but this could have been a little bit more snow, and it might have even been just a dusting of snow. But yeah, this sucks. I don't mind snow. I mind extended snow like this. So I can't wait for spring. So for tomorrow, Dave & Buster's, like I said, and man, I just feel like I've done productive things. I feel like I've done nothing fun for vacation. I don't know how I feel about that, because in one way it's good because I'm not spending lots of money, but in the other way, it's vacation, and a lot of people, think it should be fun. It's been very dull with the weather and stuff like that. We'll see though. Let me take care of my dad here first. He will not be on camera, by the way. My dad is not the type of person to publicize his life at all. If anything, he's kind of in his own little world as an older man now. So, but you do have to look out for your family members. Mission Dad complete. Weather still sucks here. It's all rain. This is vacation in a nutshell. It hasn't been very good. I still gotta do the rear brakes of my car. Reminding myself of that today as I'm driving. But can't do it in weather like this unless I drive in the garage, and I'll probably just wait on it. I don't drive my car a lot. We usually drive my wife's car more. I'm gonna go back home, and my wife's got things to do tonight that don't involve me. Both my kids are at sleepovers. Forgot about Zach going to a sleepover. Hopefully tomorrow we do Dave's and Buster's and we go from there, and hopefully do something on this vacation. It's been, again, one way we're not spending tons of money, but two, it's kind of boring and the weather's been terrible. So, all right. So we'll see what happens tomorrow.